Wake up the kids, it's podcast time.
And you said, yeah!
The pirates out there are so happy to hear that. Because of the cooties diapers.
Stupid little tubes.
Ooh, mama! H2O. The squeeze.
My mom listens to this, bro. We can't do that.
All right, well, let's cue this intro.
5, 4.
You know, at the beginning of every movie theater experience, also known as the movies, at the beginning of every movie, there's that Coke ad that plays, and it just fills up the screen with Coke and ice, and that's when you know the starting is about to start.
It's go time. Yeah.
You don't.
That.
Yeah, editor. Wake up the kids, it's podcast time.
New season 4 intro music just dropped. Wake up the kids, it's podcast time. Raise your yeah.
Bro, did you see that? No, we're here, we're live. Did you see
we're live.
That Shrek 5's coming out?
Ooh,
and they've got a new redesign on the
Yeah.
Shrekster. Talk to me about our big green lover boy.
So the big wow.
Because we're gonna get
Yeah.
this nostalgia here coming up soon. Stay
Also,
tuned.
actually, the first thing that I want to address, which
Please.
a lot of love so far on the season 3 finale, which is great and very, very awesome and fun, and
Yeah.
very
Where did that
grateful
come
for that. So thank you to everyone who
for
has
sure.
checked out season 3, episode 30, and to everyone who will check it out. It's a really good one. We're very proud of it.
It was fun.
Anyways, I did see the little Shrek clip, which I think it was the real one. The big thing that I noticed I didn't notice it on my own. It was pointed out to me by the creator, but was the eye distance. They moved I guess all of the ogres, but specifically Shrek's eyes closer together. You know what I mean? And it doesn't look bad.
Wait, their eyes move closer?
Yeah, like just a little bit. You know what I mean? Though, look at him. I don't know.
I think it's the nose for me.
Yeah,
The nose, that's very troll nose, from the movie Trolls.
not ogre.
It's
no.
not. It's not ogre nose. Ogre nose. Name of that episode.
It's not ogre till it's ogre. But
BYU tonight against Iowa State.
dude, tell me about it. It's not bad in the sense that if that were the first Shrek movie, and he looked like that, I wouldn't be like ew. But just the fact that it was so different before than it is now.
There's more shadows
makes it hard.
and light texture going on.
Yeah.
Just
a whole different but they're also I don't know the exact year that the first Shrek came out, but it was
2001,
Really?
1990. I don't know actually. When
either way, it was a while ago, and plenty of time for innovation and overthinking.
2001.
April 22nd, 2001, so almost exactly 24 years ago. Wow.
Yeah.
Shrek is turning
old,
24. Man. That's crazy.
I've never been a fan of Shrek, and I don't even know if I'm gonna watch the.
He
new one.
always.
I also didn't know there's a Shrek 4.
I think as a character, he always got hype that was kind of larger than life in a way. It wasn't really about the quality of the movies or anything.
Wait,
shout to
no,
Shrek
I have
Forever
seen Shrek
After.
4.
Yeah.
It ain't ogre till it's ogre. They stole your tagline. Dang it, that
They
sucks.
stole it. 15 years ago. They stole
Shrek
it
Forever
from me.
After is a 2010 American animated fantasy comedy written by Tacen McMurray. So
Right,
they
exactly.
stole your.
Yeah, they stole it from me. I can't believe it.
So what was Shrek
Mike
3?
Mitchell. Get
Sorry
outta here.
guys, we got to figure this out.
2007.
What was Shrek 2?
2004. So there's
Wait,
pumping out
Shrek
a new
2.
Shrek every
Shrek
3
2
years.
Far Far Away.
2001,
How is that different than
2004,
Shrek 3?
2010, 2025.
Shrek the
They
third.
forgot how to
I don't
count.
think I've seen the third one.
We're long overdue.
What happens in the third one?
You know what? That's kind of what I was getting at though with the Shrek thing, is I feel like the hype so much was just about Shrek because he's just such a funny guy and funny looking,
The wait is
in a sense that you can just make memes with him, and people have made tons of memes with him. And then I think the hype wasn't necessarily about how awesome the movies were, but just how silly Shrek is. And so it's hard. I can't really call myself the biggest Shrek movie fan, but
You're a Shrek character fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down for the memes.
Yeah.
You know.
Shrek meme family here.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever knew that Shrek 3 existed.
Well, we're doing a Shrek watch party.
Oh.
So
I'll be gone.
Tune into that.
If you're curious where I'll be, check out last episode.
Check out last episode, season 4, episode 1.
Premiere.
I like titles.
But yeah, this is not season 4 or season 1 or season 3. This is actually season 4. Dang it!
I was like, where are you going with this?
I meant to say not season 4, episode 1. But
Right.
This is season 4, episode 2.
Exactly.
Which we're already a fifth of way into season 4.
Yeah. For those of you who haven't checked out episode 1 yet, we kind of laid out the groundwork for you. Season 4 are going to be just 10 episodes over the months of March and April, but not really April so much as March. Anyways, yeah. So anybody new from season 3, episode 30, hi, welcome in. My name's Tacen. That's Matthew.
Oh yeah, we need to do
proper intro.
Yeah. We
okay.
never do that.
All right. Here we go. Let's pretend none of that happened. Ready, set, go. Hello, everybody, and welcome into season 4, episode 2 of the Ramp Talk podcast. My name is Tacen. Alongside me, as always,
did you hear that there's a Shrek 5 coming out?
Did you hear that Luka Doncic got traded? I'm Tacen. That's Matthew. We are so happy that you're here. Thank you for listening. Today we have a really fun episode for you. We're just gonna be talking randomly, just like why we called the show that. Thank you so much for being here, Matthew. What do you want to get into now that we've kind of broken into the ep?
This is a segment-sode. We're just gonna do segments the whole time. So starting with the first segment, moving into all the other segments, because that's what we do.
Yep.
Some segments we like.
We're gonna segue into the segment.
that was good.
Matthew and Tacen recording in the basement.
Right. Yeah. All right. So first segment. We haven't done this in a while.
Breath kind of hot. I think I need a breath mint.
Yeah, just throw them in whenever you got it.
Yeah, I got you.
But
car so dark, I got really nice tint. We actually don't have to pause after all of them.
Oh, I'm cold. Gotta make a fire. Only if I had some flint.
Say Minecraft, baby. That's good.
No, you can make
Yeah, it's not a Minecraft exclusive experience, I don't think. Could be wrong.
First segment is called This or That, Best of 7. So it's simple. 2 options I'm going to give you, and you pick your preferred option. But instead of just picking it, you have to pretend it's going up against the other one in a series of 7 hypothetical sports games. So let's get into it. Play along if you so desire.
Mm-hmm.
First,
because this way we can do a this or
you're
that
not sorry,
thing, but we can like give it more depth, because sometimes it's like this or that. You just choose that. It's not as black and white as that. Like sometimes it's a landslide, or sometimes it's like, ooh, this one, but it just kind of inches this other one out. So in this way, we kind of just want to be able to give as much context.
You can give
as
more points to the one you don't pick, or you can give give points to the one you don't pick, and it still feels good because
it's not all or nothing.
Points. Yeah.
All right. Let's do it. This is a great idea. This is such a good podcast.
All right, and these ones are fun.
These ones are fun.
I think we'll get into some
because they're fun.
Good conversation here. All right.
First up,
this or that, best of 7.
Feel free to play along at home, by the way. Comment your answers.
Cereal in the morning versus late at night.
Wow. Okay. I have
best of 7.
I have an answer.
I also have an answer, I think.
Okay.
Go first.
I'm going to say shout out to Matt Barnes and shout out to the Utah nightlife. I'm saying nighttime in 5.
Whoa, in 5.
Yeah, in 5 quick ones. I'm saying morning gets game 1 and then gentleman sweep.
Morning gets game 1.
Get out of here. I'm going full series breakdowns.
Yeah. They really fell apart in the fourth quarter there.
Yeah.
I'm also going to give it at night.
Okay.
But I'm going to say it in... I was gonna say 7.
Turn
I was gonna
into a
say
little snake
7,
over there.
but you said 5, so it makes me want to push it down to 6.
Ooh,
Because,
okay. Well, explain your thought
okay,
process.
so
because you seem to be more conflicted.
I'm excited either way when I get to eat cereal
It's
because
a good time regardless
I
what time
love
it is.
cereal.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And so when I wake up, but for me, I'm a more nighttime guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm more awake, and which makes me more excited to be awake.
To be experiencing the cereal.
To eat cereal.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So open the drawer, open the spoon. Let's dive in late at night.
Open my mouth.
Open my mouth. Raise your yas in my ya. Okay. And when I wake up, I'm pretty glonky. My stomach might be tumbling and rumbling. When I wake up, got to use the bathroom sometimes. Is food immediately the first option when I wake up? Not all the time.
Depends on the day.
But late at night, I'm always craving late night cereal.
Mm-hmm.
But for that reason, I'm gonna bump it down to 6 games. I'm gonna say, look, nighttime cereal, 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
So cereal in the morning wins 2.
So my thought process was back in my public schooling days, waking up early in the morning, going to school, growing up in a 2-parent household, there's typically a big emphasis on having some kind of breakfast, getting something in your stomach before you go out because you're about to have
The
probably
best
a long
day
day.
ever. Oh,
Exactly. Yeah. Hopefully the best day ever. But if it's
This is gonna be the
6,
best
7,
day
8 in the morning,
ever.
you're not getting home again until 2, 3, 4, whatever. You want to make sure you help yourself out, give yourself some good fuel. So from that perspective, I think that was the majority of my cereal intake at that time, and so I might have drifted over to that train of thought maybe. But since being done with school, I think
for 4 years.
coming up on 4 years, which could have done the whole college thing hypothetically.
Isn't that wild? Shout out to actually, this is not rapid fire shout outs, but shout out to Madeline Merrill for graduating this year, next month. So she's probably going to get an anxiety attack when she remembers that. But hey, you got this, mama. I might cut that out, but
no, don't cut it out. Keep it. Editor can keep it or you're fired.
I believe in you, Madeline. You got this.
I think ever since finishing school in my 4th year here, it's just like I wake up, and if it's early, like if I'm waking up early, it's probably because I'm going to work. And at that point, I'm trying to get as much sleep as possible. How do you maximize sleep time? You minimize
cereal time, breakfast time.
Like just morning
prep
get
time.
ready time.
Yeah,
exactly. And so I really just don't ever give myself all that much time. And even if I do have time, I'm usually just not feeling it. Like I just wake up and I'm all like,
I will say, glonked up. I will say some cereals taste not as good in the morning, but they taste delicious in the nighttime.
Yeah. It's a different world. It's a completely different experience. And I think at nighttime, like you said, like I'm always ready. I'm always excited because I've had a whole day. I've been waiting for this. You know what I mean? I'm jazzed about it, really. Anyway, so that's why it's pretty convincing for me. The reason that I say 5 instead of 4 is because cereal, just out of respect for the tradition of like morning cereal and having done that so much in my life, I feel like I need to sort of like give it a game instead of just being like, nah, screw that. Like, it is definitely a viable option, and there definitely were times like in those early mornings where I'm like, dude, this cereal is the only thing getting me through. Like, I'm having a good time because of the cereal, and so got to give it some flowers for that. But
I respect that.
At this point, I'm going nighttime for sure.
All right. Well, cereal in the nighttime wins both series. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Comment down below when you like to have your cereal.
Next one. Music in the car versus headphones.
Okay.
And you're listening to this music. Obviously.
Oh.
Now, this is something to consider.
That's tough.
Music in the car, you can't listen, or music in headphones, you can't listen with other people unless you're sharing the pair of like AirPods. Music in the car, you can share that experience with other people.
You kind of have to share.
Yeah.
For the most part.
If you're with
other
multiple
people
passengers.
In the car, yeah.
Well, I guess you're not the passenger if you're driving. But you get it.
That's tough, man. I know what I want to say, but it's not easy. It's not easy at all. I'm saying headphones in 7. That's hard.
I know these are good questions.
There's something undeniably special about sharing music with your friends. It can just be the most fun ever. Or if you're not going for a fun thing and you're going for like more of like a somber, like in your feelings situation, like you can really get into it and you can really tap into that vibe and you can really share that with somebody, and that's a really special experience that is pretty much you can't replicate that.
Yeah, because how many times do we just like late night video games, just throw on the headphones, just zone in?
Yeah, and that's why I'm leaning so hard towards headphones, because not only like the versatility, like anytime, it doesn't matter if it's when you wake up in the morning or before you're going to sleep or any point throughout the day, you can always like toss in a little headphone and just kind of have that. And I think there are a lot of times where, you know, those really come in handy, and just the personal experience of that, like getting an opportunity to not only like sit inside your own feelings, but also
you get front row seats of every concert. You know,
absolutely.
It's a one-man show.
Yeah,
you're just there. You're the only one there. It's like sitting front row.
It's just you and the music, and you can appreciate the music for what it is, and also
the memories
for what it does or doesn't make you feel,
and
all the memories that come along with it, and also listening to music by yourself that you would listen to in a car with other people, you know, helps you reminisce on those times, but also it's just a completely different experience. And I think, I think when in doubt, I'd probably prefer privately listening.
Mm-hmm.
But
how many games?
7.
Oh yeah, you already said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe 8. Honestly.
Okay.
I have to
That'd be a tie.
Yeah.
Okay, I respect that.
I don't feel great about it, but
no, that's okay. That's okay.
Answer.
I'm gonna go music in the car in 6, and here's the reason. I agree 100% with what you're saying, with the intimate, you know, feeling of it all. Mm-hmm. But my ears, man. My ears.
So yours is less about
the so hot
music and more just the reality of the situation.
When there's just stuff in my ears, touching my ears, like it's difficult. And so the car, it's like I don't have to worry about that. I can just vibe and drive. Mm-hmm. And if my friends are there, we're vibing and driving together, and memories are made. And I think that's like shout out to our old episode title, everything's better with a friend. Yeah. So I'm taking mine in 6.
Dang.
Music in car in 6. Not to persuade you from yours, because that was a good.
Thank you. It really could go either way.
Like, I think so too.
I say 7, like it's game 7 double overtime, like buzzer beater. Like it's not a wide margin whatsoever. Shoot, man. Shout out to listening to music with your friends. How fun is that?
That's so fun. All right, next one. For memory's sake, would you rather record a short video? So let's say whatever situation this is, you want to capture the memory. Mm-hmm. So record a quick video. It doesn't have to be too long, you know. Or just snap a photo. Snap a photo.
I'm gonna say pics in 6, because I think, I mean, you know, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. I think.
Not unless the video is a podcast.
Not unless the
video
is a
podcast 1,000 words.
We speak way more than 1,000 words. For me personally, I think it has to be pictures, just because. I mean, but also it's not a blowout by any means. Because videos are also great and videos are very funny, but I think with pictures you kind of you still get to remember them the way that you want to a little more.
And you can, with pictures, you can print them out, carry them wherever you go. Yeah. So even if you don't have your phone,
hang them up on your wall, stick them in your wallet.
Yeah, or if you don't have your phone or your camera with you, you can't watch a video. Mm-hmm. You know. Mm-hmm. So pictures are more like diverse in that way.
Yeah. Yeah. I think also like there's something so beautiful about like a still picture of a flower or a picture of like I think about that picture of the three of us, like kind of right before Isaac left, like the last time the three of us got to hang out together
In the
before
car?
you went to Illinois.
In the car?
Yes, but also the one that Madeline took.
Oh,
I think.
outside the car.
Yes, both of those. Just because, like, I'm thinking specifically about the one outside the car. Like,
Madeline was there with us?
I think who took that picture?
Which picture are you talking about?
The one where like you, me, and Isaac are like standing outside in front of the house.
Dude, I think that was for my birthday. Wasn't that my birthday night? Because Madeline was there for my birthday. She wasn't there because she left with Brianna.
Boom. Yep.
But literally 2 days before I said goodbye, we all said
Either
goodbye.
way.
Yeah.
Those special moments.
I know what you're talking about now.
We could take a video in that moment, and we could be like, last time hanging out for whatever.
4 years.
Right. You know what I mean?
Dang
like
it.
something like that. We could just like take the picture and just like look at it and be like, because it's just a snapshot and we get our cute little smiles in there and our nice little embrace and it's just look at that moment.
It's just frozen in time.
Exactly.
Forever.
Yeah.
How do cameras work like that, by the way? I have no idea how that's possible.
I don't know.
Like, what the heck? I think about every time I take a picture. I'm like, how is this happening right now?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
No, yeah.
New segment. What?
Yeah. I'm saying picks and six though because videos.
Picks and six. I'm on your team here. Picks and six.
Okay.
I'm also going picks and six
because picks and six.
The nighttime hours is not just well for eating cereal as we've discussed, but also getting really just sentimental and sad sometimes. And when you're just kind of like in bed or like somewhere by yourself late in the hours of nighttime, I'm scrolling my phone, going back on memory lane. I'm not watching as many videos as I am looking at my photos.
And it's easier.
Yeah, it's so easier. But I've recently, I think Isaac really emphasized this before he left, was like, I just want to capture every moment, regardless of videos and pictures. And so I think I'm trying to do that a little bit. But for this sake, picks and six.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Six.
All right.
Speaking of videos, there's a video version of this podcast available on youtube.com.
Tacen is on fire with the plugs today.
Yeah. If you're listening to this and you can't see our beautiful faces, that's all right. But I'm just letting you know you could improve your experience.
It's a different experience.
Head over to YouTube, like and subscribe.
In fact, there was...
Smash that subscribe button. Smash that like button. Ring the bell for notifications so you never miss an episode.
There was a this or that best of 7 question where we talked about would you rather watch a podcast or listen to it. Yeah. So you could do both here by watching
and let us know, would you rather watch or listen?
All right. This has been brought up many times on the podcast. But this or that best of 7, a morning shower or a nighttime shower? Classic. But we're going to tell you, like, how many games is this, That's the difference in this question.
What are you thinking?
Nighttime and 5. Whoa. I'm thinking, because again, not a morning person. However, I would be a clean sweep. If you asked me a couple months ago, clean sweep. However, the one game I'm giving this to in the morning is that it does wake you up a little bit. It does get you, energized. It gets you in a different state, environment, water's all over you. So that helps you wake up. So I don't know. It's helped me to wake up like when I wake up and I'm like, oh, I need to be social today, or I need to I know that there's a friend hangout, or I'm going to go lunch with my grandma. I'm just like, after I wake up, I'm not feeling it. I will hop in the shower and be like, I need to get in the zone.
It does help me feel more prepared for
shout out to lunch with grandma, by the way.
Whatever. Yeah. For whatever I might be getting up to that day. But same thing with the cereal. Like sometimes I wake up and I'm just like, I'm trying to minimize the time that I'm not sleeping, because I'm just usually pretty excited about, being asleep. But
yeah, because people are going to wake up earlier to get ready, and part of that readiness is hop in the shower.
You have to take into account that shower time. I think.
I also think it has to do, for me, the way I was just raised, because ours was always like shower before bed. And I knew some friends were like, oh, we would shower in the morning before school. So like just having that habit and that like time during the nighttime.
I think it makes sense to kind of like wash the day off of you before you go to bed. You know what I mean? I think like both in a literal and maybe more like metaphorical or symbolic sense.
Oh yeah.
I think there's perks to that. I'm leaning towards nighttime. I really just like I'm just kind of down with like middle of the day, like just what I just feel like just hopping in the shower right now. Honestly, like I know that's not an option because we're playing this or that, not this or that or this other thing. But
no, that's a good point.
And so that kind of makes me lean towards nighttime. But
those ones are weird though.
For sure,
like a good weird.
But like I don't feel because like if it's in the morning, I'm worried about taking too much time. I still need to get ready. If it's in nighttime, I don't want to be in here forever. I still gotta like go to bed and everything. Like, but like you know, if it's like a stress free, like I'm just taking my time doing what I need to do, like getting
sometimes
right.
Post grumpy showers.
Sometimes you need to. Sometimes you need to.
That's you all have to wash off.
Yep.
You have to clean up your plate details, and lick the leftovers.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Dang it. Okay.
How much do we talk about that on this podcast?
Not enough.
I'm saying nighttime, and I'll go with you. I'll say nighttime at 5. Yeah.
Nicely done. All right. We have 2 more here on this segment. Iced cold water versus iced cold whatever your favorite beverage is. Dr. Pepper, fill in the blank. But this one was really hard for me when I was thinking about it.
That is hard.
Because we just had some great ice cold Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
shout out to Raising Cane's.
Ice cold water tonight might be the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, but like literally though. Like in the most literal sense. Like just water itself. Specifically like drinking water, drinking cold water. But just water might just be the greatest thing in the history of like
it's in existence. My top 5 like greatest things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oprah has her own, I have mine. And this is in it.
This is in it. Shout out to Oprah. She's in mine. Anyways.
Oprah Inception.
I think listen, man. I love me some cool Dr. Pepper. I love me some
also
some fun little
this
drinks.
Might not be a question for everyone because I've learned not everyone loves ice.
Mm-hmm.
So skip this question if you're JJ. But I have a hard time drinking water if there's not ice in it. It just makes it taste better. So that's why I put, ice cold water versus ice cold favorite bevy.
Right. I think I have to go with water just because I think you have to go with water there. You just can't beat it. I'm going to say water and 4. But here's the thing. Shout out to Dr. Pepper. Shout out to all the other drinks that are better with ice. They still got here. They still made it to this point. They still made the playoffs.
They're still playing the game, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They still did it. And I'm going to sound like such a dummy for saying this because I do not drink as much water as I should. So I'm
facts, dude.
Saying it's awesome.
I'm right
just
here.
Never drinking it, but no, you can't beat it. Especially because even think about all those. I mean, this is kind of like a meme at this point, but waking up in the middle of the night.
Oh my gosh! Have you seen my room? Dude, do you see the cups of the line in my bed?
Come on! At any point in the day, really, it's yeah.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
Water.
I was gonna.
H2O.
I laughed because I was gonna say best in 4 games too, and I didn't think you would do that.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think I have to give 1 point to DP.
That's fair.
I'm going water in
I wanted
5.
to be kind of controversial with
just because there are some nights where water's just not it.
Yeah.
And
that's true.
I like to mix up my variety.
You need some fun bubbles or carbonation. You need some fun spice every once in a while. There's nothing wrong with that.
So I'm choosing ice cold water in 5.
I just I think about it.
It's so good. I want some right now.
Yeah.
We have no ice though right now, so that sucks.
Dang it. Shout out to water.
Last question here. Good conversation, good question, good answers.
We're crushing it. Great podcast.
Great podcast. Would you rather get an autograph from someone or a picture with someone? Like famous celebrity,
right? Sure.
Athlete, influencer, whoever. Now this kind of goes back to the other question of pictures and videos, but.
And you know what? I'm gonna have the same answer. I'm gonna say pics and six.
Pics and six.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa.
I think there's just something about it. I think there's just something like autographs.
Does
are
it feel
cool.
more real to you?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Because hypothetically, and not to damper on anyone's thing here, but hypothetically, an autograph could come from anywhere. Like you could buy.
I think
something
as a kid,
online.
I think as a kid, autographs. We wanted autographs. Right.
Yeah.
We craved autographs.
Yeah. Yeah.
We made our own autographs. We practiced our autographs.
Especially in like sports culture, like autographs are like a really big deal, like a shoe or a ball or a jersey or whatever. Like autographs are a very big deal.
I have a lot of autographs.
And they really drive up the value of certain things. Absolutely. And it's like, oh, so-and-so touched this and left their signature little print on it, which is awesome. But I don't think it quite outweighs capturing being there in that moment with this person that either means something to you or just is a prominent figure for whatever reason. I like, just on my own personal scale, I feel like, thinking about whoever might be at the top of my list, I feel like I'd rather have a picture with them.
I think so too.
Because same thing as we were talking about before, like, you could hang it up on your wall. You could keep it in your wallet. You could, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as a kid, I think I would have said autographs. Now I'm like pictures for sure.
Well, because like,
I'm just trying to figure out how many games is this going to win in?
Yeah. Autographs are great, but depending on what they sign, like, you might not be able to like.
Well, yeah. I mean, perfect scenario. You have a Sharpie. You have a great thing you want to sign with. But
if they like sign your shoe, there's only really so many ways that you can like showcase a shoe.
Yeah.
I mean, other than just like.
And are you wearing that shoe, or does it become
exactly? And yeah, exactly. That's the other thing is like, autographs kind of like they do drive up the value of things, but also like they kind of kill the like
did I tell you
usefulness of them.
This summer while working at BYU, I signed a couple kids' shoes. They thought I was.
It
was the most craziest thing.
Yeah.
I was like,
I mean, Coach Matthew, man, like, come on.
I was like,
I want his autograph too.
You want me to sign your shoe? They're like, yeah, sign your shoe. So I'm next to Amari Whiting somewhere. Shout out to Amari Whiting.
You guys are on the same level. Well, you might be a little bit above, actually.
Yeah, I'm actually an inch taller than her. Yeah, I'll go pics and six with you.
Pics and six.
Actually, I might go 5.
Whoa.
Well, no, I'll go 6.
Okay.
I'll go 6.
Okay.
I got a couple oddies I like to collect. It's fun.
Pics and 6, baby.
All right. Well, that is this segment called This or That, Best of 7. Great segment. I think
boom,
we should keep doing it. We should bring it back.
All right.
We're going to another segment.
That or this.
Top 5. We're doing draft. Yeah, top 5 draft. Top 5 draft, baby. Here's the rules of this. The topic actually is top 5 nostalgia. Top 5 nostalgia. Top 5 nostalgic.
Top 5 nostalgia moments.
Top 5 nostalgic things from our childhood.
All right.
Real simple.
I'm a very nostalgic person.
Me too.
Me too. This is gonna be quite fun.
Also, we literally came up with this 5 minutes ago, so we were probably missing out on
top 5
so
minutes
much more
ago.
But rock paper scissors? You go first. This is a draft.
Yeah, let's do it.
Rock paper scissors shoot. Rock best of 3. I won that one. I went
best of 3.
Rock paper scissors shoot. Rock paper scissors shoot. Oh, game 3.
Game 3. Here we go.
This or that. Best
of 3.
Oh, mama!
I feel like we should have done a better job for the audio listeners.
That's a plug
Matthew
to check
won.
us out on YouTube.
That's what you need to know. Top 5 nostalgic childhood things.
I'm gonna say the Wii. Top 5. Yes. Snack it first, baby. That's why you hone in on your rock, paper, scissors skills so you can get the first pick in the nostalgic draft. Sorry, man. I had to cop it.
Incredible pick. Thanks.
I knew it was number 1 for a reason. I know. Powerhouse. Victor Wembanyama. Victor
Wembanyama.
We've talked about the Wii before.
Oh, yeah.
We've done a top 5 Wii games. And the Wii is just iconic. I was actually thinking about buying a Wii a couple weeks ago. I was like, I could get a couple more games of Mario Sluggers in before I leave.
Facts.
But yeah, Shout out to the Wii, man. So many things about it. Love it. Taking turns with older siblings, like all that is just nostalgia.
Yeah.
So
Pinnacle.
2008, 2009, maybe waking up on Christmas Day. My dad had the Wii set up with our Mii characters all ready to go. He chose the color yellow for me, so I just stuck with yellow throughout my Mii career.
You know what? That's cute.
So yeah, man.
Dang it.
I know. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Can I take a game then?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. I'll be kind. Hey, you gave me an easy question on the Croatian quiz last time, so I'll let you take
cool.
Take
All right. Great pick. My first pick, specifically, it's tough. Sluggers is a really good one.
Sluggers is fun.
Specifically, I remember
Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Wii Sports.
Yeah. Dude.
Wii Sports Resort.
Hey. Come on. I remember specifically playing NBA 2K11 a lot on the Wii.
NBA 2K11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
That was iconic.
But the game that, because we're talking nostalgia here.
We are.
And so the
It's top
game that's the most nostalgic for me is going to be Super Mario Galaxy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know.
I get it.
If you don't know, then sorry. But if you know, you know. It's great, and I love it so much. And there's music from that time period that I hear, and I think about like playing that game with my family and being up and caring so much and succeeding and loving it and failing and hating it and just being a young kid and being so invested in that game specifically for whatever reason was just awesome. And I think, it's great.
We didn't really have the luxury, or maybe we did. We just probably didn't take advantage of it, of like looking up how to beat the game. Like, I don't remember doing that to any of the games I played. But like Joshua, he was on the Switch. He was playing Luigi Mansion.
Oh, yeah.
And he had a whole YouTube tutorial while he was playing it.
You know what?
I was like, we learned from our older siblings and our dad who grinded the game for us.
We learned by failing and dying over and over and over again.
Especially the boss levels to get the main star.
Come on. Dude, I still think about it, honestly.
Yeah.
And listen, if your goal is to beat the game, you're using your resources. Let's do it. I'll go in on it with you.
Okay.
If your goal is to beat the game and you're using your resources and whatever, there's not really anything wrong with that. But there is a specific fondness that I have for the trial and error,
especially
and
Lego
the dedication
Star
that we
Wars.
put into it. Oh yeah.
There was that one level.
Boom. There you go.
The lava that I couldn't beat.
Yeah. Come on.
So,
That's another big one.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Anyways, next up, dude.
Ooh, I have a random. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna go with my number 2 pick. I feel safe saying this at number 2 because I have others that I don't think you're gonna grab. So I think I'm gonna save those for later.
Mm-hmm.
But number 2 pick, I'm gonna say Silly Bands.
Whoa.
The little bracelets.
Wow, number 2.
Yeah, I love Silly Bands.
Okay.
Like they were one of those things that I don't think my mom went out of her way to buy for us, but I would find them.
Did anybody ever buy Silly Bands? Or did we all just kind of find them?
I think we all just found them.
Yeah.
I think that was the nostalgic. They showed up on your wrist.
Yeah.
And you were trading them with kids at school.
Yeah.
But I remember the first
Comment
one
down below if you ever purchased a Silly Band, because I don't think it happened.
The first one I got was a giraffe.
Yeah.
It was yellow. I was like, this is so much fun.
Matches my Mii character.
Look at my wrist. And those kids that would go wrist to elbow.
Oh, yeah.
Silly Bands.
Come on.
But I don't know. Silly Bands are fun. So
Silly Bands are
number
silly.
2. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And every time I see a Silly Band out in the wild on somebody, I'm like, takes me back.
Takes me so back. Takes me back.
So number 2, Silly Bands.
Okay. My number 2 pick is gonna be Phineas and Ferb.
Whoa. He's getting specific.
I'm getting really specific, and I mean, I think they're bringing it back, and so they're still kind of doing it, and so a whole new generation of people are gonna get to feel nostalgic about it in some time, and that's awesome. But specifically for me, I just remember like getting up early
Disney
in the morning.
XD.
Whoa. Yeah.
That was the channel it was on, right?
I think that one might have just been Disney Channel.
Oh,
I could be wrong though.
Maybe I'm just thinking of the commercials. The commercials for Disney XD.
Right. Yeah.
Okay,
Shout
no,
out to
keep
Disney
going.
XD.
Yeah, facts.
What an idea. And what a reality, honestly. But yeah, I just remember getting up in the morning and, like before school, just like watching Phineas and Ferb, and it's just like, little did I know. Yeah, of course. They probably balanced between at a certain
Mostly
point.
Disney Channel, but Disney XD.
I'd assume they started on Disney Channel, and maybe they were like, oh, we got to plug this Disney XD thing, so let's move Phineas and Ferb so people actually watch Disney XD.
What does XD stand for?
I could be wrong. I think it's just like a...
Disney Channel, Disney XD.
It just makes it sound cool. I don't know. But yeah, I just have a lot of fond memories of watching that show.
Extreme Digital. Whoa.
Okay. I never knew that.
Extreme Sports. Skater dudes.
Yeah. It just was like kind of like one of the things that brought me the most joy in that kind of time period. And so I feel like I need to give some flowers.
We've done a Disney Pixar. No, we also done Disney Pixar playoffs, but we also did a kids cartoon bracket challenge here on the podcast. And there were 32 teams, 64 teams. Was it a 64 team bracket?
I think it was just 32.
Okay, 32 teams.
Whoa, but that one was a two-parter, wasn't it? It might have been 64.
Well, I think we did 16 and 16. I could be wrong.
That makes more sense.
But, Phineas and Ferb won for both of us in that. So,
never mind. I'm good.
Got a burp coming?
Dude, I thought I was going to do something.
So, that's a great pick for number 2.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Okay. Number 3. Here my number 3 pick.
My number 3 pick.
I'm going to keep this a little bit more broad in mind, but I'm going to say treasure chests. And I'm going to specific. I'm going to zoom in. I would say treasure chest at school for winning a prize, treasure chest at the dentist office. Guys, back me up on this. Please, it's saving up for treasure chests. We had a pirate birthday party when I was 7 years old. You betcha there was a treasure chest involved. So...
That's why your heart is in your chest, because that's where your treasures are. A very wise man said that once.
Bro. Like...
Going
to the treasure house in school was like the best accomplishment ever. Like, oh, look, guys, I got a bouncy ball.
Getting a pick.
Look how cool this is.
Yeah.
So.
That's awesome, man.
Shout out to treasure chests.
Shout out to treasure chests. They can hold so much. Not a bad pick.
Thanks. Probably could have slid to 5, but I wanted to steal it.
Probably could have slid to 14.
Just in case for our brains thing. Not 14.
I'm telling you right now, I wasn't thinking about treasure chests whatsoever. That's okay, though.
I don't know. I mean, now I'm too old to go to the treasure chest.
This is our own personal list. That's the whole point.
I'm too old to visit a treasure chest.
It's not about crafting the best team possible. It's about just getting the stuff that means the most to you. And that's great.
I'm not. Last time I went to the dentist, they asked me if I wanted to visit the treasure chest cabinet.
And you said, yeah.
I said, sure. And I didn't pick a toy. I picked like glasses cleaner or something.
Right.
And so, but like as a kid,
something more useful.
Give me a bouncy ball. Give me
give me a silly band.
Silly band. Oh, you bet you there were silly bands in there, man. Come on.
Mm-hmm. They probably still got silly bands in there.
All I'm saying is nostalgic because I don't go to the treasure chest anymore. And I'm really sad about it.
We need to change that.
Honestly, I could probably show my list. It's probably really cringe.
Stonk segment. We need to get your treasure chest stonks up. Anyways.
That is
wow. That's a really good one.
Thanks.
The entertainment
Please back me up on that.
This episode just shot through the roof.
The pirates out there are so happy to hear that. Ari, I'm kidding.
7-year-old pirate Matthew.
Oh yeah.
And his treasure chest.
Oh yeah, man.
That's so beautiful.
Pick number 3.
And I love that it turned into what it turned into, but that's a story for another day. My number 3 pick is gonna be chocolate syrup but specifically
Whoa.
like making chocolate
Milk
milk
chocolate?
with chocolate syrup. What'd you say?
I meant to say chocolate milk. I put milk in first.
Milk chocolate. Absolutely. Milk chocolate, chocolate syrup.
He's a Hershey factory worker. He was an Oompa Loompa back in his day.
Dude, for anybody who's curious, it's currently 11:34 p.m. We don't usually record this late. This is a completely unique experience right now.
This is late season 1 vibes, man. This is fun. I love this.
But basically, I mean, I just don't have chocolate milk that way anymore. Like that's just, now that I have.
Me neither.
Not to like sound, whatever, but like I can buy my own chocolate milk.
Sorry,
now.
I'm looking at my list and this is wild.
No, but that's great. That's awesome.
No, chocolate
it
syrup.
Should be unique.
No, chocolate syrup was.
Because I was like buying my own chocolate milk.
That was the go-to.
Like I never had like True Moon.
We have money now.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, and my mom from this podcast. Yeah, we can never buy the True Moon or the rabbit one. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh.
The mascot's a rabbit.
Maybe.
Not Trix.
Quick Google search.
Rabbit.
Or even just like
Yahoo. No, Yahoo.
Or even just like the
rabbit.
Yetto.
Rabbit. Nesquik.
Yeah.
Wow. And they had strawberry versions too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually had some Nesquik on Sunday, so shout out to that. But yeah, I think I just like the fact that I don't do that anymore. And I just buy my milk pre-chocolated. There's just something really special about that memory because it's something so like trapped within that era of my life.
That's a good point. And we never bought the gallons of chocolate milk you can buy.
Yeah.
Until the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been every time I look into my fridge and I see a gallon of chocolate milk. Is it Christmas? It's like going to the treasure chest.
I'm grabbing it and pulling it out.
It's like going to the treasure chest. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Is it? Yeah. Did I do something special? Come on.
Shout out to chocolate milk. But
shout out to chocolate milk.
Did you when you made ice cream? Not make ice cream, but when you had ice cream, did you pour the chocolate syrup on the ice cream?
Sometimes it wasn't an every time thing, but yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. That's also what that's used for. So. Just in case you forgot.
I think that's like its intended purpose. I think on the bottle is like a picture of ice cream with the syrup on it.
But when I think of chocolate syrup, I don't go to ice cream. I go to chocolate milk.
I'm putting it in the milk.
Yeah, and
exactly.
You're just, the squeeze. Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Come on.
That's hey, good pick. I love your picks.
Thanks,
this
man.
is so
I
fun.
love your picks.
This is so original. Shout out to our podcast.
Shout out to our
All
podcast.
Right, number 4. I'm gonna say Pop Tropica. Is my
really good one.
Making my top 5.
Really good one. I was thinking about Club Penguin. I'm saying that now because I'm not going to pick it, but
I was never allowed to play.
Yeah.
So I was fortunate. I was never part of that club.
Yeah.
So, but
Club Penguin.
I was a part
Dang it.
of Pop Tropica, and boy, I played that game.
Yeah.
So much.
I think I only played it at school.
Oh, dude, that's where it started.
Yeah.
Actually, it started at my friend's house, but then you would play it at school.
Yeah. It really blossomed at school.
Yeah. I'm just going to write down an honorable mention. Moment of silence for Pop Tropica. It just ended. The site was shut down. But I would buy the Pop Tropica manuals. Like how they have Minecraft manuals?
Whoa, yeah.
They came out with the Pop Tropica one, and I loved it. I mean, I would play that game so much.
He was in the trenches.
I still remember my original password and username.
Fire.
So
if the servers were up, he could still log in.
2010. So, anyways, Pop Tropica was my 4th pick.
Wow.
Played with my sibling. There's one night where I played it with my younger brother Samuel, and we were rebels. Not really, but this one night we're gonna sneak because the family computer was in the kitchen, and our bedrooms were upstairs, and so we came downstairs at 10:30 at night, which was way late for us, And we hopped on the computer and we played some Pop Tropica. And we would take turns of going around the corner looking if mom or dad came down. So shout out to Pop Tropica. It was really just a fun game, a great game. I mean, it was mixing worlds together, Superhero Island and Big Nate Island, and I don't know, man, just a bunch of it was a good game, a solid game. So
solid game. Solid game.
Nostalgic game as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is number 4 for me. This one is kind of broad, but I'm going to try to specify. I'm going to say specifically like elementary school recess. Like not because like.
Dude, I had that on my list.
Mm-hmm.
Was recess.
Because like lunch and recess were like separate things.
Oh, yeah.
But then like once, or I guess like for us, like once we got to middle school, it was just like one lunch break and you just did whatever during that time. Depending on like if the person you want to hang out with was absent that day or whatever, like, you know, it could really change up recess for you. But
did you have like a go-to recess activity?
I always wanted to play basketball, but I was like the only one out of the people I was interested in being around who was interested in doing that.
Depending on the school you went to, different playground equipment.
Exactly.
I don't
it wasn't always an
elementary
option.
School had basketball hoops.
But
they had the little tubes.
Yeah.
And we talked about this.
That's
stupid little tubes.
Yeah, stupid little tubes.
Editor Ken, put a pic. Yeah. Why does that exist?
I don't know.
For what purpose?
I don't know.
Yeah, shout out to recess. I had it on my list.
Yeah. Just so many fun things you can do. Great way to spend time with your friends.
And you look forward to it every day.
Yeah.
There wasn't a day where you're like, oh, I got to go to recess. Magic happened on the recess fields. Yeah. And that's where you got to like chase your crush around. Did you ever do that? Were you?
I was always quite avoidant of my crushes.
They got cuties.
Because of the cooties, and also
can't believe treasure chest.
I didn't know how to confront those feelings at that age, so I didn't know what to do.
That's a good pick. That's
thanks,
a great
man.
pick.
Thank you.
I have a lot of recess stories, but time is limited tonight, so
yeah.
we'll cover that another time. Wow. Okay, last pick. What do I pick from?
Season 4, episode 3. We're just doing recess stories the whole time.
We got some. We'll get some honorable mentions after this list.
Last pick.
But my last pick, officially making the list here. I'm gonna say pencil boxes. I think the amount of years, especially early on in school, where the pencil box was like your own personal locker.
Mm-hmm.
It had certain like smell with it because like the pencil lead and like the Sharpies and like the texture on the top, depending on the lid you had, and you know, you have your name on there because your teacher put it on, and it was like, I don't know, pencil boxes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I loved having personalized items.
Yeah.
Like that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you knew it was like back to school when your mom came home with the pencil box.
Yeah.
So keep your love letters written in there. If you're Tacen and you get all the ladies.
Absolutely not. I got no ladies.
Just to recap my top 5, the Wii. Did I say Silly Bands with number 2?
Mm-hmm.
Treasure Chest.
Top 3.
Pop Tropica and pencil boxes.
Boom.
All right, your top 5, and we'll give some honorable mentions to close the episode. We're missing so many too. Like
we're missing so many. We could do this. We could do this again and again.
Oh, and
still have something to pull from. I got a couple that I'm bouncing between.
Yeah, just pick one and we could do honorable mentions so they don't feel discluded. This is a podcast about inclusion and belonging.
Exactly. Always has been, always will be.
Yep.
Stink it.
Haters.
I'm gonna say now this one's a lot different for me than it is for you because
hey, this is your list, not mine.
Well, mine's a lot more nostalgic because it kind of only existed in like the earlier parts of my life, and so I'm like
diapers.
And so like I'm able
your
to
mom's nipple.
Editor Ken, we gotta cut that out. My mom listens to this, but we can't do that. Dude, nobody loves you more than my mom, so you know that's great. No,
probably should not have said that.
I've had.
You might keep it in because it's kind of funny.
You're fine. No, I think I've
We're all humans.
It's been
We've all been there. We've all been there, done that. We all got bare feet too. So like, what are, you know what I'm saying? Just accept the fact that we're mammals or something.
Goodness.
Sorry. What's your number 5?
Nipples. Top 5. We gotta end the show. We gotta get out of here. It happens every time. Every time we record past like 8 p.m., it goes off the rails every single time. Go back to any episode on YouTube. If it was dark outside or whatever, guarantee.
I just fell on my chair, bro. That's hilarious. Dude. Sorry, right. We gotta wrap this up. Top 5.
Top five is having a basketball hoop in the driveway.
Oh, come on. That
was something that I know just up until recently you've
got rid of ours.
You've been able to have that luxury.
Yeah.
But that was something that
I was more like street ball.
Yeah.
On the curb, but I know what you're saying. Yeah.
I had a little bit of both. It was mostly in the driveway, but it was in the street for a bit
that's a
as
good
well.
pick, Tacen.
But thank you. It was just great. Zone like just
buzzer beaters
out
imaginary.
there by myself, like. Or even with friends.
Creating your own world.
Yeah, just doing whatever and just having fun doing what I love. There's just nothing like it. And I wish I could recreate it somehow, but it's quite hard nowadays.
I can't wait to like look out my window.
Mm-hmm.
In this situation, we do have a, basketball hoop out there.
Mm-hmm.
And just watching my kids just hoop, bro.
Yeah.
Especially by themselves.
Going and hooping with them as well.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Dominating. Yeah, let's review your top 5.
Top 5. Number 1, Super Mario Galaxy. Number 2, Phineas and Ferb. Number 3, Chocolate Syrup. Number 4.
It's too late for me to remember.
If you listen to this, you remember. And number 5, Hoop in the Driveway. Oh, number 4 is Recess. Sorry, I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Honorable mentions. Yeah, man. Everything, really.
Yeah,
like
that's pretty much.
Just growing up, like all the weird little things I'd like to do or have or be or whatever. Just having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Just like being young.
Popsicles, summertime.
Like it. Yeah.
Trampoline.
Yeah.
With the hose.
Coloring
books.
Yeah.
I love coloring books so much.
Just hanging out, being a kid.
DVDs. I'm just starting to see mine now. Finding toys in cereal boxes.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that? Peanut butter jelly sandwiches for me are really nostalgic.
Yeah.
I actually, a couple nights ago, I ate one.
Wow.
And I was like, this tastes so good. Why did I stop eating this for a time?
Mm-hmm. That's really interesting because I'm currently in the time period of staying away from them. It's not a conscious effort. I just like have not done that in forever.
We should have a picnic.
And I think we should have. That's so cute.
It's so cute.
We should have a picnic.
I said book fairs. I think is a very common one.
Yeah.
I said my grandma's house, specifically her basement.
Wow.
That's very nostalgic. And then with the realm of like video games, we got Cool Math.
Yeah.
Cool Math. What's that? Cool Math games. Diary of a Wimpy Kid books. Big Nate books. I mean, just anything school related books and trends going on at that time as a kid.
Yeah, man. Shout out Transylvania 2 on Cool Math games.
The library super nostalgic for me, even though I still go every week, I guess, But just good times, man. Ram Talk Podcast. This is why we play.
This is why we play.
That's why we get older.
This is why we podcast.
This is why we podcast. All right, Tacen, in the episode. Season 4, episode 2. What's your yay of the day, man? What's something you are grateful for? We didn't get through all our segments today because we got bedtime. But
that's okay. We'll save them.
We'll save them for another day.
Revisit.
One thing we do like to be on the show is grateful, and it's called the yay of the day segment. We like to just shout out the underappreciated, undervalued things in life. Specific, broad, crazy, simple, big time, low time, whatever. What's your yay of the day?
Boom.
Besides nipples. That killed me.
I'll keep it nostalgic.
Yeah.
This is a good honorable mention as well.
I think mine has a little nostalgic to it as well.
just like hearing a knock at the door and opening it, and it's like your friend who wants to hang out. You know what I mean?
Sad.
No, no. Like,
it's like you said that so like because you live in an apartment now. No one's knocking on your door.
Well, okay. Well, hypothetically, it could happen still, but it's not the same.
Next time I hang out with you, I'm gonna come and knock on your door and ask you to hang out.
Great.
Can Tacen play?
But also like,
and then you would memorize your friend's knocks.
Yeah.
And so you knew it was your friend.
And like sometimes though, yeah, and sometimes you wouldn't be expecting it, or like you wouldn't plan on it. Like I feel like nowadays, like just having such a busy schedule, like everything always has to be planned to a certain extent. But just like, just hanging out here and knock, opening it up, and it's your friend. Like that's awesome. That's so cool. And
they rode their bike or something, made a journey.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Simple days, man. Simple times.
Simple days, simple times.
Great gave the day.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say art museums.
Boom.
They're kind of nostalgic, but kind of just like peaceful. Yeah. And like, I like museums. Like they could be really fun. They could also be really boring. Mm-hmm. But like art museums are so cool. We should go to an art museum.
Yeah.
Because I think it's just so dope. Like especially in Denmark, I went to an art museum. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Just like your basic middle school art talent show. It's like look at these cool people creating cool things.
Yeah.
And it's just like all hung up
scaled
in this
up a bit. Yeah. But same idea.
And it's just like it's kind of like this dystopic. Is that a word? Dystopian? Yeah. It's just different world in there. Yeah. Like everyone's just like
absolutely
there, existing.
I agree.
In the world of art. So shout out to art museums. Shout out to you for listening to this podcast. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much for listening to season 4, episode 2 of the Rams Talk podcast. Once again, I'm Tacen. That's Matthew. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. Please comment, your this or that responses, your nostalgic childhood things, anything that we didn't touch on that you're like, no way. Matthew and I were both born in 2003, and so that was kind of like our era of like the late 2000s, like that was what really hit home for us. So like, a lot of our things were from like 2008 to like 2012 or whatever.
Bring back treasure chests.
So bring back treasure chests. Stay tuned for the rest of season 4. It's gonna be really fun.
We got some new faces, new guests coming soon.
It's gonna be a good time. Yeah, like I said, thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being yourself. Wear your own socks. Be nice to people. And we'll see you next week.
Peace.
Keep on dancing, as Matthew would say.
Love
you, bye.
Raise your ya. Raise your ya. We're musicians.
Yeah.
Like, how well do you think we would perform if we were to walk into a music or a voice lesson class? Like, how well do you think we would do?
You know what?
Like, could you raise your ya-ya-yas?
No. My ya-yas are not. They're not up there. I would need to be taught how to raise them. We are.
Bro, your ya-ya-yas are begging for us.
They are. They absolutely are. So let's keep cracking.
All right. We good? That was a good intro. Do you want to take our Shrek for another 4 minutes? How's my hair?
It got really exciting for a second there.
I saw it in my reflection.
And I was hoping you'd keep it, but
dang it.
That's all right.
Dang it.
No, it's good.
Also, today's
how
jersey,
cute are we?
Or today's dress code is Utah Jazz rebrand.
Mm-hmm.
Yellow and black.
Yellow and black. Yellow and black. Yellow and black. You know that song. Anyways, so if you're listening to this and you're by yourself, completely valid. Great way to do it. But also, share this with a friend. You don't have to listen together. You can just send it to them.
Yeah.
Or whatever,
absolutely. Subscribe too while you're at it.
It helps out a lot. Thank you.